Today is going to be a full day of eating so I can show you guys some of the foods I like to consume when I'm trying to drop body fat. Obviously my diet's in moderation to everything. I like to keep it well balanced, but I still want to have flexibility in there so I can still consume the foods I like. Obviously if you don't have the foods you enjoy in your diet, you're not going to stick to it. So I'm going to show you guys some of the foods I like to consume today. If you want to try and save some calories, instead of using oil, try using this alternative instead. This is what I use if I'm going to be cooking anything in the frying pan. It's quite a good alternative. All you gotta do is just put a couple sprays and then you're good to go. And you save a lot of calories and there's less fat in it. Started my day off with, I got me eggs, British eggs obviously, and some turkey bacon. These are quite easy to find. If you look inside of Iceland, you'll probably find them, or maybe even in Tesco sometimes. So this is my meal one, guys. I'll put the macros up so you can see what's in it and the amount of calories that's there as well. I'll show you guys one of my favorite snacks I've been having for at least the last year before I go to the gym, or sometimes when I'm just feeling something like snacking. This is what I have. So I normally have at least 3 of these snack jacks. Tends to be 3 most of the time. Then I spread on top of it this carb killer. You necessarily have to use the same flavour with me, but this is the white chocolate flavour. It tastes amazing, guys, I'm not gonna lie, and calorie wise it's not that bad either. But it's being clever. If you're quite clever with your diet and you eat in moderation, you can fit a lot of tasty snacks inside of your diet and it will keep you in your calorie deficit. Obviously with the spread you don't want to go plastering it on top of the caramel rice cakes, otherwise it'll make it really high in calorie. So I tend to only put around 30 grams on top of it, and it's enough. You don't need any more than 30 grams, so that's around 10 grams on each caramel rice cake I put on top of it. Just about to have my post-workout meal. I'm going to show you guys what it is. So what I'm going to be having is, I got 60 grams of oats in there, and I got 2 scoops of protein as well. I'll put the macros on so you guys can see. So yeah, this is what I've been having. Normally as a post-workout meal, it's one of my favorite things to have. It's quite easy. I don't really need to cook anything as well. Just got to put my oats in and my 2 scoops of protein. Just put it in the microwave for a couple of seconds, then I'm ready to go. So yeah, this is what I like to have, and it's quite low in calories. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna have probably when I get home later. So I got one more meal to eat, finish on my full day of eating, then I'm gonna have one more snack and I'm gonna show you guys. So I tend to weigh my food before I have it, just because I find it makes it a lot easier, so I know exactly how many carbs, proteins, fat, and then my overall calorie intake is. You don't necessarily need to do it, but I find weighing your food is a good way to stop you either overestimating the quantity of the food or underestimating. So yeah, definitely maybe consider doing it if you're not and you're really struggling with guesstimating, because the more you do it the better you get, and then you can actually guesstimate. But let me show you guys what I got here. So I got 200 grams of chicken and I got 200 grams of potato mash. So I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna finish off with my snack. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be finishing off my full day of eating with. So I'm going to be having half a bag of this skinny popcorn. This is the sweet and salted flavour. I normally have the salted caramel flavour. But yeah, my dieting strategy is I try and keep a well balanced diet whilst allowing flexibility, because you want it to be sustainable. So if it's not sustainable, you're not going to stick to it. The aim of the game is to get in great shape and then keep it, because what's the point of taking out all the foods you love? So if you like junk food, try and fit it in there, but let's keep it in moderation. If you can do that, that'll make your dieting much more enjoyable, and hopefully it will be very successful and you can sustain it.